So it seems to be Valorant has copied Counter-Strike, and well, it isn't the first time. You know, as much crap as I and the entire CS community has given Valve over the years for not updating the game, fixing things on time, cough cough, trading, Counter-Strike has always been what no other game or community has done before, or even tried. I mean, some still try, but mostly all have failed, especially when it comes to microtransactions, at least for the most part, and don't have the same hype and the same community backing it. We have history, and that's the huge difference. New games releasing the past 5 to 6 years, for me anyway, have felt extremely different than years prior. Every year, games come in and out of cycles, most release way behind schedule, and don't come as advertised. Where a game ships out successfully, that's the time they shove microtransactions down your throat. Mostly are all pay to win, and there's very few games like Counter-Strike or even Valorant where it's just cosmetic. Over the years, with more players coming to the game that are sane enough to open cases and collect these tradable items, the player count keeps rising, which then those items become rare, and well, you can kind of sell them for whatever you want if they're in demand. But what separates CSGO is trading. You can trade these items for real life cash and get that to your bank. With the success of CSGO and skins, eventually other games and franchises are going to try and replicate it in one way or another. And well, Valorant has done just that, which is from Riot Games and is the king of non-tradable pay-to-win microtransactions. And I'd like to say they've just hit a new all-time low. That's exactly what I want to discuss in today's video. How Valorant has copied CSGO skins, I gotta say some are similar, a little too similar. Today's video sponsor is Market.CSGO. Market.CSGO is a buying and selling marketplace for your skins, but most importantly, a peer-to-peer site. The wait times in between trading, buying, or selling are as low as possible. The marketplace has over 100,000 trades a day, and even a built-in tab to find the best deals to make the most amount of profit possible. It also has a built-in client via download or Chrome to make trading very profitable, but most importantly, as safe as possible. Selling is as easy as the click of a button with extremely low fees, that of course being 5%. Definitely one of the best in its field and gives you an edge versus other competition. Once you sell an item, it goes directly to your balance. From there, you can choose to cash out with many different options, many more than other rival sites. Market.CSGO is one of the best of its competition. With its low selling fees, scam-proof client, and a large amount of cash out options, I can't recommend this site enough. If interested, it'll be the top of the link in the description below. So for most CSGO players, they've played or at least heard of Valorant, either in the professional scene, NACS getting bought out, and only coming back to Counter-Strike when it involves CS2 and YouTube videos. It's mostly known as the meme and anime version of CS. Now that's just how we see it, but I will say, I do like how the game feels. At least they have an anti-cheat that works half the time, and the devs communicate and actively work with the community. But besides that, I'm not a huge fan. After the game's successful launch, they introduced skins. At first, they really did no harm, and still aren't too much now, because they don't have a marketplace where you can buy or sell them. You may have seen on Twitter the past 24 hours from CS content creators quote tweeting, liking, replying to a bunch of Valorant people about how they've just released their black market collection, which is essentially CSGO's weapons, but just default. And that includes a vanilla butterfly knife, the Fade and Doppler version on the butterfly knife, and a few other things. So I'd like to say most people watching this video, if you have or haven't played CS, this is what the default AK looks like. Been around for a very, very long time. And while Valorant came around, and depending on where you live in the world, you're going to be paying of upwards of $80 for this thing, which is pretty crazy. $100 can pretty much get you whatever you want in this game. Versus CS, you're very limited. And you have my favorite, which is the butterfly knife vanilla. Now this is the Valorant version. It looks extremely similar to CS. Yes, the animations are a little crazy. For me, they're a little too nuts, which is everyone's favorite, but it's a little too expensive. But we're not done there. I'd like to say everyone knows what the Doppler collection is inside CS, the Sapphire, Ruby, Black Pearl. Well, Valorant also has very similar options as well. I believe they haven't yet added the Emerald, but I'm sure that'll be very soon. They have their own Ruby version, which it does have some smoke and whatnot blowing off it, which is kind of cool, I guess. And here's the Cranberry Ruby inside CS. But of all the different colors they could have picked, they go with red, blue, the basic ones. I understand, but it's pretty crazy how similar these two are. You also have the Sapphire in Valorant, the same thing as the Ruby, same knife. This is called the Reaver Karambit. And then you have the Karambit Sapphire in CS, a really OG knife that a lot of people enjoy, and it's also very expensive. Now the last one in Valorant I don't find extremely similar, but is similar enough that I automatically thought this looked like an ultraviolet from CSGO. This is called the Reaver knife, just the basic one, I guess. Yes, it has a different animation where you hold it, but when you inspect it, it looks almost the same, and it just screams to me ultraviolet. And for those who need a refresher or haven't seen this before, this is what the Huntsman ultraviolet looks like. Purple, black, gray, whatever you want to call it. And then there's a bonus. This one, my friends, looks a lot like the Nomad. That's just me. Let me know what you think. Yes, it is different colors, but it's the same base idea with the knife. Now, this is from Elite Panda on Twitter. Just a one-for-one comparison of different weapons and knives. This is the skeleton version of CS. This is the Howl version, which this one I will argue is not like 100%. If you're not too familiar with skins, you're not really going to see it right away. This is the R8 Fade and the R8 version of Valorant. And this is the Point Desiree AK that's been in the game for a very long time. And it says they copied these 101%. Now, the golden question, is this enough evidence for Valve to start a lawsuit? I'm going to say no. Unless these items in Valorant become tradable and they try and replicate what CSGO has done the past 10 years with the marketplace and trading, where there's third-party sites people can buy and sell and set prices for whatever they want, I don't think we're going to hear from Valve on this anytime soon. That's just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you play Valorant, no hate to you. Kind of a more fun video for me, and it's been one I've been wanting to make for the past few months. Do you guys think they have copied them? I think they have, especially with this most recent bundle. It's just a complete meme to me. That being said, stay positive, stay sexy. I'm out, guys. Peace.